the shed hair. And as I was saying before, about 95 to 99% of your tangles and knots are from shed hair. That once your scalp released that strand, because you're not, or because I'm speaking for me, because I'm not manipulating my hair throughout the week, that strand, sometimes it just gets stuck in there. Especially, ladies, when you are natural, deeply Texlax, meaning you have a lot of texture, or going through stretch. And the reason being is because your new growth is so curly that shed hair, it gets stuck right there. Your new growth, it gets stuck in between those little, your little curl pattern. It gets stuck right there. And when you go to comb it, let's say I didn't try and detangle with my hand, I just went with the comb and started trying to comb it, it's going to wrap itself, especially the new growth part of that shed hair that's also, like myself, in tight coils. It's going to wrap itself up around your hair strands, and that's what causes your tangles and your knots. Okay, so that's why I do believe that you should have a good detangling process done. Come up with a good technique for your hair. My technique is not going to work for everybody's, and everybody's not going to work for me, but come up with a good detangling process for your hair, because you don't want to lose hair when you really didn't need to, could have saved it. So now that I've detangled with my my hands, I am now going to detangle with my this is my shower comb, my seamless shower comb, which I love. Also, I purchased this from Sally's. I think I purchased it on the same day. Yeah, I purchased it on the same day because I tried to get the same color. So I did purchase this on the same day about 6 years ago. So starting at the bottom, work my way up. Now, once I get to right there where my new growth, because this is where the comb is going to meet most resistance at that new growth, because my new growth is very thick and I have so much of it. What I do is I slightly tug, very, very gently tug at the hair, and I hold that tug and then come through. And what you're doing by tugging is you're straightening out that new growth a little bit. You're straightening it out manually. You are causing that curl pattern to straighten out manually, and then slide that comb through. And you will see, ladies, that comb just glides through your new growth like it's nothing. Still may have some resistance, but that's okay, because you're in the middle of a stretch. But when I've learned to do that, it just had made the world of difference for me being able to detangle that area, because again, remember, that's where a lot of that shed hair is still stuck at. Okay, so after I do it with the comb, I now manually take my hands, and this is how I'm gripping my hair like this, and this, I'm going to be using my thumb to help to guide any shed hair that's still in there. Okay, because now that I don't use the comb, any shed hair that was still in my scalp that was getting ready to be released, this helped it come on out. Now it's probably still stuck in there. So just to be on the safe side, I now grip my hair, and as you can see my thumb right there, I'm just pulling real gently, and even pulling. I'm just running my hands down my hair and pulling any shed hair, pulling it on out. See, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and do that just to get anything. Alrighty, now, okay, and now that I have detangled this section, I'm now going to apply my scalp protector. What I use is called Pre-Cream. I purchased this also from Sally's, but I'm sure you can get it at any beauty supply store. This is by Ampro, Pro Style. And I've been using this for, wow, I've been using this for the last 3 years. And actually, this is the same container for the last 3 years. You know, because you don't, a lot comes in here. It's a 12.5 ounce jar, and you only need a little. So this has actually lasted me for 3 years, and probably gonna last me probably another 2 years. You know, who knows? But I just take my hand and then I make a part. Take enough for the pro, and excuse me, YouTubers, I'm going to be looking in my mirror to do this. I do apologize. Just easy for me to see it. And just apply that to the scalp. Now, when you are applying your scalp protector, you want to apply it in the same direction that you also will be applying your Texlax application. And when I do my front, I apply it by part in here, apply it, part here, apply it, part, apply it. Whereas my back, you know, it starts this. And some ladies continue on to where even when they come here, they're parting it this way and applying it. But for me, I part it this way. And you want to apply your scalp protector in the same direction that you apply your chemicals. Because what happens, you're actually pretty much already making your part for your chemical. And what I mean by that is 9 times out of 10, when I get ready to do this section, these already pre-made parts is where I'm going to apply my chemicals at. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes you may be a little off and not get it right at that part, but 9 times out of 10, that's where you're going to be applying the chemical at. The same part that you use to apply your scalp protector. So once I get that on, what I do is I now have a strand protector. This is what I do to make sure that I am protecting all of the chemical processed hair. Even though I'm Texlax, and I think I've been Texlax pretty much my whole lifespan of having relaxers, because my hair never took a relaxer. It always was under processed. It's just funny that now that's a good thing. But, you know, growing up, I just hated getting perms because it was, yeah, I'm going to take that back. I didn't hate getting perms. I liked getting perms because, you know, my hair, I was able to manipulate it better and wear all the, you know, the skin straight, you know, styles. But my hair, it always was under process. The only time it didn't get under process is when I used to go to the salon and let the beautician do it. Maybe because the stuff that they use was, I guess, professional base, which is the stuff I use now, but I'm not going for the bone straight look. But nevertheless, that's the only time I got bone straight, nicely processed hair. Other than that, always was under process. And I wasn't the type of person that went to the salon a lot. So you can just imagine, just a few times in my life did my hair ever take. But nevertheless, whether it took or not, it is still processed. And you definitely want to protect it so that you're not overlaying with more chemical. Because your hair already is processed, so it's already going through a degenerative stage from having chemicals, put on it to break down the protein bond. So you definitely don't want to keep putting it through that stage, because that's where you find that it begin to thin out more, get weaker more, and once it gets like that, it easily breaks off. Okay, so I always protect my already processed strand by putting conditioner in. I'm sorry, let me show you all what I'm doing. For this part, I use conditioners that maybe did not work for me, or I only had a little bit in there, but and I am product heavy. I use a lot of product on my hair. When I do my deep conditioners, and you all would see, I slather that stuff on. I slather a lot on. Okay, so sometimes I may have only a little conditioner left and be like, okay, I ain't even gonna be trying to trip and getting that last bit out. Let me just go ahead and move to the next jar, or next, bottle. But or like I said, I use a conditioner that I probably tried and didn't like, or didn't work well on my hair, or I liked, but now my hair can't deal with it. Because you would see during your journey that some products that you used to use before, as your hair mature and get more healthy, you can't use, or you don't need to use certain products. Like with proteins, once you get that balance, in the beginning of my journey, I had to do protein treatment more often than what I do now. But once I got that moisture protein balance in my hair, I don't have to do protein treatments as much. Okay, so it just really could be something that, okay, as you got to a certain stage, oh, an ingredient in this my hair doesn't like, or I don't want that type of ingredient in my hair anymore. Don't want to use like mineral oil. Some ladies don't like using mineral oils, and I've known, I have a friend that on her hair care journey, she didn't want to use mineral oil anymore. So she went through and she has so many different products that had mineral oil in it that she had to get rid of. Well, I thought about jumping on that journey, and then I thought twice about it. Not so much as for the product, but it was really because my hair does fine with mineral oil. It's no big deal, I don't mind mineral oil. Just don't put a lot of it. And I just make sure that I don't get it on my scalp. Or try not to get much of it on my scalp. But nevertheless, this is my Alpha G balancing moisturizer. I used to use this, and the only time I used to use this is when I did my 2-step protein treatments. This was the conditioner used, and this worked good. I liked it. It's just that I started using another conditioner, and I really like it. It is a cholesterol plus, it has moisturizing qualities in it, and I like using that when I do my 2-step protein treatment. And actually, you all gonna see as you watch more of my videos, or as I make more of them and you watch them, you're going to see that I may only use a certain product for a certain thing. And I love products, but a lot of them serve only a certain purpose. And my husband, he